Good morning and welcome to Teeing Off with RevSportz. I'm Gargi Raut and joining me today for this conversation is S. Kanan, Bharat Ramraj and Snehashish Mukherjee. We have lots to discuss. On one hand, we're celebrating Ravichandran Ashwin's 100th test match. On the other hand, we're building up to the RevSportz Trailblazers conclave. If that wasn't enough, Dhoni caused a frenzy among fans about what his new role will be in the Chennai Super Kings camp. Dhoni's mystery tweet said, "Cannot wait for the new season and the new role. Stay tuned." What do you think?
Karki, there is a network issue, I think. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. So, Kanan, I was asking you whether you thought this is the end of Dhoni's playing career, or if he's coming back as a coach or something.
I think with Dhoni, I'll never make a prediction about his career ending, especially as far as the IPL is concerned. I know that Bharat is obviously the expert here on cricket, but let me tell you that having been a follower of Dhoni, his fan, when it comes to international cricket, he's a different guy. But he's more a Chennaiite, as they say, people living in Chennai, than anyone else. And I think his love affair with CSK is not going to end so soon. I don't see him, give up. I mean, these are all. I don't know whether Dhoni did it or a social media marketing strategist did it, but it's a great teaser before the IPL. He's already had practice and he looked fit and fine. I was just watching some of his recent clips. He seems to grow younger, and I think he's uh, prepared his knee and will be ready. I don't think Dhoni is going to give up. And he tried a experiment a few seasons ago by giving Jadeja the captaincy. It didn't work. So I don't think Dhoni himself is going to step away, and I don't think as long as Mr. N. Srinivasan is there, he's going to allow him to do that. That's my view. I'm sure we will watch Dhoni in the IPL. And don't forget, last but not the least, we've got a new thing called the impact player rule. He can come into anything and go. You won't even realize it. That's what I feel.
But Snehashish, who knew two sentences could cause this much frenzy? What are your thoughts about this whole situation?
That only because this is MS Dhoni, and as Kannan sir said that with MS Dhoni you can't predict anything. But we are all excited about after seeing that tweet yesterday. But as we also don't know whether it is MS Dhoni himself did it or the marketing team, as Kannan sir also said the same. But it will be interesting to see if there is any specific new role for MS Dhoni in this upcoming IPL. But we all love MS Dhoni to see in action, and we have all seen the recent clips of him, having intense practice sessions and all, and having gym sessions and all. So we are all waiting to see him again in action, and hopefully this is not the last time we're going to see him. And if he, become the new coach or mentor or something, then it will be interesting to see how it will work for the CSK in the future.
Bharat, your thoughts? New coach or impact player, or is he still playing? And this is just a marketing thing. What do you think?
Oh, I will say the same. With MS Dhoni, I don't want to predict much. See, he can do anything. Tomorrow itself, he might say something that I'm done with CSK. Though I don't think it will happen. I think he wants to continue. He would want to continue. Even his childhood friend Paramjit was telling me. Obviously, he wasn't ready for me to record the video, but he told off record that Dhoni wants to continue even perhaps for one more season. He said so. With Dhoni, I don't want to predict. And these days, with all those PR machines, PR things happening, you never know who posted that message. So let us wait and see what will happen. But with MS Dhoni, I don't want to predict anything. Hopefully, he will play for another season.
Well, what are the yeah?
Yeah, I said hopefully he'll play
Okay.
for one more season next year.
Okay. We all want to see him play. Well, what are the details of the tweet and what's going on in the Chennai Super Kings camp? Take a look to find out.
In what is expected as his last dance in IPL, Mahendra Singh Dhoni has officially reunited with his Indian Premier League team, the Chennai Super Kings, as confirmed by the franchisee in a social media post on Tuesday. Creating a buzz on Monday, the 42-year-old hinted at a new role awaiting him in the upcoming season through a viral social media post. Despite leading the Chennai Super Kings to their fifth IPL title in the last season, Dhoni did not explicitly mention the league or provide details about the speculated new role, leaving fans and pundits in suspense. In the previous season of IPL, Dhoni often entered the batting order towards the latter stages of CSK innings. When questioned during the post-match ceremony after winning the final of IPL 2023 about the possibility of retiring on a high note, Dhoni humorously sidestepped the query, stating that it would be taking the easy way out. He expressed a desire to return as CSK captain in the next season as a return gift for the fans if his body allowed. Notably, Dhoni had battled a knee injury throughout the IPL and had a surgery immediately after the completion of IPL 2023. CSK has already initiated their preseason training camp on Saturday with the initial batch of players including Deepak Chahar, Ruturaj Gaikwad, Simarjit Singh, Rajvardhan Hangargekar, Mukesh Chaudhary, Prashant Solanki, Ajay Mandal, Sheikh Rashid and Nishant Sindhu arriving a day prior. The upcoming IPL season will see CSK in action against Royal Challengers Bangalore in their opening match on March 22, followed by a clash with Gujarat Titans on March 26, which is a rematch of last year's IPL final. Subsequently, they will travel to Vizag for a rematch against Delhi Capitals on March 31 and conclude the initial phase with a game against Sunrisers Hyderabad in Hyderabad. For Times section below and keep comment section below and keep
Well, there seemed to be a little bit of a technical glitch, but we're back. And, now talking, going forward to Ashwin's 100th test, look, we are all looking forward to it. And Kanan, I think the number one thing here has to be about, we have to talk about is Ashwin's longevity. He's battled with so many injuries and he's still here and now celebrating his 100th test. When you look back on his career, what are the highlights of his career for you?
I think in a 15-minute show, if we are going to recall, the highlights of Ashwin, it will not suffice. But quickly, let's sum up that this man, 37 years plus, has himself admitted he's not the fittest. He's battled a lot of issues. We're going to celebrate his 100th test in Dharamsala, at the foothills of the Himalayas. But he's been there for so long. He's there in our collective conscious, and he has played ODI, he has played T20, he was part of the World Cup squad, he's played IPL and Test, of course, is the most pristine and pure format of red ball cricket, and we've seen we've seen Ashwin innovate so much. And I think even in Dharamsala, where everyone is talking about, the cold weather and, conditions which will suit fast bowlers, I don't see that Ashwin can be dropped anyway, and you go in with Jadeja. Well, there are one grouse is that Ashwin's not got his due. When someone with this kind of seniority, I don't think he was ever considered for even vice captaincy on a regular basis or captaincy, and that is it. But let's go back even to the last few matches. Look at his performance. He was almost apologetic when he took a 5-wicket haul, and that's the magnanimity of the man. And he's thanked everyone. In recent interviews, he's spoken about his whole life. He's talked about the importance of his family. He's talked about his parents. He's talked about the role his wife has played. He's talked about people like W.V. Raman, probably the first person who was his coach in Tamil Nadu. I think that's brilliant. People tend to forget the coaches or the gurus in the formative years. That's what Ashwin has done, and he's never cribbed. Obviously, this is the biggest moment to celebrate. If you're looking at longevity and if you're looking at being present for so long in this age, I think Ashwin has done a fantastic job. And this is not like he's going to play 100 tests and retire or something. He's going to be there. I think he'll keep pushing so hard, just as he does experiment with 6 balls in an over, whether it is a red ball or the white ball, because he's going to be playing the IPL for sure. And he's excited about it. So he's going to be there. I think he will dare the selectors. If you don't want me, you drop me. But maybe after this match, we will even look at Ashwin down in Australia. That's what how I feel, and I think it's an honor and a privilege to have watched an off spinner like him blossom, because he's a real genuine gem of a guy, a total team man to the core. Thank you.
And Bharat, one thing that has kept Ashwin so long in the game is his calculated mind. He's known for his intellect and his genius. What are your thoughts about, what sticks out to you for Ashwin?
It's not just, I think, his intellect or something, but he's worked very hard on his game. See, the first time I watched him was in some Dulip Trophy. I don't remember the exact year. Maybe it was 2010 or 2009. He was just definitely not even half the baller that he is currently. So, in terms of how he was using his shapes, using his body at that time, he definitely wasn't half the baller that he's become now in 2024. So he's evolved a lot as a baller. You look at how he bowled in the 2012-2013 Test series against England, the way Kevin Peterson took him apart. He was using a lot of carom balls at that time. And after that, he has evolved so much as a bowler. He's worked really hard. So that is where you have to give it to Ashwin. Yeah, he experiments a lot. Sometimes he bowls side spin, sometimes he tries over spin. He goes around the wicket, over the wicket, all these things he keeps doing. That is something that tells something about his intellect, his tactics, the kind of tactics he uses. But he has also worked very hard on his game. One thing you have to say. So Ashwin, 500 test wickets. I expect him to take a lot more wickets, maybe 600, 700 test wickets. So he will keep fighting, even though he's 35, 36 now, 36. He will keep fighting, and I expect him to take a lot more wickets. It's a privilege to have watched him continuously improve over 13, 14 years.
And Snehashish, there have been many times, multiple times, where Ashwin was dropped out of the squad. Yet Ashwin is still regarded as one of India's best. Your thoughts?
Yes, actually, because whenever he got a chance, he proved that he is there and he performed. That's the main point. And playing 100 Test match is not an easy task for any player, especially as a bowler. Because as a bowler, you have to battle with niggles and injuries over the years, and so it's very rare task, and it's a huge occasion for him if he gets a chance in the next match. And we are very lucky to see him over the years in both white and red ball format, because we have seen the era of Anil Kumble and Harbhajan Singh, and then after that we were in some jeopardy that who will be the one who will carry the baton of the spin bowling unit. Like then Ashwin came in, we saw the young Ashwin uh, first in the white ball, and then slowly in the red ball game, and now he is carrying the baton for so many years. And I think, as Bharat mentioned and Kannan sir also mentioned, the variations the Ashwin had, put into the game that had made him special. 6 balls, six different, deliveries. Batters are always, in difficulties to find which the line and length will be, Ashwin will be bowling. So that had made him special, and still he is working hard, and still he is, pushing himself to the, to the main threshold to be better every day, day by day. So I think it's a huge occasion for him, and we are very lucky to see him, and we will hope that in main, he keep pushing himself and keep performing well for Team India and in the white ball also in the coming days. But for me, the best ball that Ashwin has bowled, I think in the 2014 T20 World Cup to Hashim Amla. That the leg spin, the leg stump it pitched on the leg stump, and the top of the off stump it hit. That's the best ball from Ashwin for.
Well, it's fun to recall all these memories, but we at RevSportz have something very special prepared for Ashwin. Take a look. Ravichandran Ashwin prepares to make history, stepping onto the field at the Himachal Pradesh Cricket Association Stadium in Dharamshala for his 100th Test match. He joins an elite group of just 13 other Indians to achieve this milestone. At 37 years and 172 days old, Ashwin will become the oldest Indian cricketer to reach this impressive feat. Throughout his illustrious career, Ashwin has delivered a staggering 26,012 deliveries in Test matches. As Ashwin steps onto the field to play his 100th Test, it's important to look back on the 99 matches that he has played. In those 99 matches, Indian cricket has evolved. But with it, so has Ashwin. And he is still regarded as one of India's best. That speaks volumes about his longevity and dedication to the sport. But Ashwin's journey to this landmark moment hasn't been without challenges. He's faced setbacks and criticism, particularly during the 2012 series against England, which he describes as a pivotal turning point in his career. Despite struggling against certain opponents like Alastair Cook, Ashwin's resilience and determination to constantly improve have been key factors to his success. In an exclusive interview, Ashwin opens up about his mindset and approach to the game, revealing the calculated strategy behind his on-field decisions.
To a degree where people actually find like a lot of people bring through my life have said that I overthink, and I agree, I overthink, but as an individual inside myself, I can break down this overthinking to a very, very small fragment, because I think about the game like I realize that I think about the game like no one else does. A lot of people might want to switch off from from watching the game after they've played it, after they've practiced. But I keep watching myself bowling. I keep watching how other batters are going about their business. For example, when Steve Smith came to India, and he had that wonderful series in 2016-17. Ever since 2016-17, I've watched Steve Smith like a madman, like literally obsessed over how he made those runs, what he does differently. Why am I not catching certain small cues? See, I think as a bowler, what makes me get those wickets are not my skill or not just my plans. It's that very innate understanding of what a batsman is doing at the last moment and change my bowling according to it at the point of release. And with Steve Smith, I found out that I was not picking those cues that he was giving me. So I had to like get really obsessed with him. There is a movie in Tamil. I'm not sure it's come out in. It'll come on Setmax very surely, very soon, I'm sure. Where they say, "Tell me who your enemy is. I'll tell you your character." Generally, we say, "We'll show your friends. I'll tell you who you are." But that really stuck out to me. Like I connect movies with life, what the storyline is saying, and all that. And I realized that I must make obsession of people that I'm not able to get the better of. So I make a very, very clear and earnest attempt of the big dogs and opposition, go to a very, very small detail of how they are doing certain things. How can I break that pattern and all that? And my duel with him in Australia was anything could be stated as anything by anybody. But for me, it was a culmination of what I wanted to achieve all my life.
As Ashwin prepares to make history, his enduring resilience and problem-solving abilities continue to earn him admiration from fans and peers alike. With his 100th Test match on the horizon, Ashwin's legacy as one of India's greatest cricketers is firmly cemented.
The only thing I wanted to achieve in life was to make sure that I go back, die on the cricket field trying to win a game for India, and people change that narrative. The character. If at all Ashwin is a cricketer today, it's because of the fight this dog has. It's not about how much quality this dog has. So I wanted to change that, and every single day in the dawn when I woke up, I said tomorrow will be a better day. The sun will race, but Ashwin should be prepared for that sun racing and fighting on the field.
As Ashwin prepares to step onto the field for his 100th Test match, his journey stands as a testament to his unwavering determination and exceptional skill. With each delivery, he has carved his name into the annals of cricket history. As the world watches, we celebrate the legacy of Ravichandran Ashwin, a true icon of the game. Well, we've celebrated Ravichandran Ashwin's 100th Test match, but before we leave, Snehashish, I'd like to ask you, we'll all be there at the conclave, and I'd like to ask you, we're also celebrating Women's Day over there, and we have a very special panel of women athletes in one of the in one of the sessions. Who are you most looking forward to hearing when it comes to the female athletes, the superstars that are going to be there?
Yeah, if you say that only for female athletes, then I will be Nikhat Zarin and Mary Kom will be there, Sania Mirza will be there. So many big names are there, and it will be a great we will have a great time to hearing every one of them, and I think we'll learn many things about the game and all. So the upcoming 2 days are going to be a huge one for us, and it will be a huge task for us also. Organize everything properly, and I think we are ready to do it. And today we will be all there, but unfortunately we'll miss both Kannan sir and Bharat. If both of them are there, then it will be a great fun. But it is okay. Hopefully next time. So I think we will be there, and many people will come from outside to enjoy the conclave also. So from today onwards, it is happening, and we are all excited, and hopefully, it is going to be a great one.
Sorry. Bharat, do you want to say something?
Just wanted to add something on Ashwin. You talked
Yeah.
about the ball to Ashwin Amla. For me, the one delivery or the one spell that really stands out was, I think, at Edgbaston in 2018, especially how he dismissed Alistair Cook in the second innings. The way he set him up with dip and then he got it to grip and cleaned him up. I think that for a test match connoisseur, as a test match connoisseur, for me, that was the delivery that stands out by Ashwin.
Yes. Well, that wraps up our conversation.
Darby, 1 minute. I just take a quick minute. I want to talk on the Rev Conclave. We've spoken enough on it. We've talked about the superstars. We've talked about how it's going to be there. But we are forgetting one big superstar. And that superstar is only one man who's pulled it off. His name is Boria Mazumdar. I don't think any journalist, any entrepreneur, any sports manager, company, firm could have done this. My hat's off to Boria.
Absolutely. And the perfect note to end this conversation. We are celebrating, like I said, Women's Day at the Conclave. So take a look. We have something special prepared. Until then, stay tuned to RevSportz.
Day 2 of the Trailblazers Conclave coincides with International Women's Day on 8th of March. Understandably, we will be celebrating women's sport. We start the day with a session at 9:30 celebrating a lot of India's young athletes. Esha Singh, Sift Samra, Shriyanka Sadangi, Anush Agarwala, each one of them have made the Olympic grade. We celebrate all of them. We celebrate Harmilan Bains, who was fantastic at the Asian Games. As we move on to the next panel, we talk about the winning mantra. And joining us for this particular panel will be Mahesh Bhupati, multiple Grand Slam winner, Anju Bobby George, World Championship winner. We will also be joined by Murli Srishankar, who won the silver medal at the Asian Games, and speaking to them will be Deepti Bopaya. Thereafter, the signature panel of the day, celebrating motherhood and women's sport. We will also be joined by leading medical practitioners and corporates. Speaking in this particular panel, Mary Kom, Anju George, Rani, fantastic names from the world of sport who have all encountered what it is like while growing up, the hardship and the challenges. Mary, for example, mother of 3, went on to win an Olympic medal as well. Thereafter, we have a panel on marketing with top marketers from around the country and beyond as to what value does sport bring for marketing purposes. In the middle, we have a fantastic panel on chess and the revolution that India is undergoing at the moment. Exactly 3 weeks from now, we have the candidates in Toronto. Indians headline the candidates with 3 of our players making the cut, led by Pragyananda. As part of the Chess Revolution panel, we have Dibendu Bodua, one of our earliest grandmasters, speaking with the great, the legend, Vishwanathan Anand. We also have Maria Emilianova, who tweets under the title Photo Chess, who will be there at the conclave. Maria's picture of Pragyananda and his mother went viral and made it beyond the chess world. Finally, as part of the pre-lunch session, we have a panel which celebrates India's women athletes and their resilience. As part of International Women's Day, it is our testimony to celebrate them in entirety, talk about the challenges that they undergo, and also make a very strong point that women's sport in India needs more support. As part of this panel also, we will have corporates and medical practitioners who will support us in trying to understand the problems that these athletes encounter. So yet again, on day 2, the first half promises to be stellar. Highlights of this particular half: Mary Kom, Anju Bobby George, Rani Rampal, and coming in the second half, which we will be talking about tomorrow, are Nikhat Zareen, Sania Mirza, and a host of other women athletes. So come celebrate the young ones in Esha Singh, Sift Samra, Harmilan Bains, Jyoti Yaraji, Anush Agarwala, and the stars, the established stars in Anju George, Mary Kom, Sania Mirza, Nikhat Zareen, Rani Rampal. Trailblazers Conclave 2.0, the biggest assemblage of Indian stars